Timeout is a wonderful guidance tool. It does what every good guidance procedure should do. It stops misbehavior.
Sending a child to a room far away from the others, closing the door, shunning them essentially is in my opinion, never appropriate.
Timeout can be a really effective parenting tool if it's used correctly.
I find timeouts to be an effective form of discipline, but I've heard that they may do more harm than good. Should I continue to use timeouts?
Timeout is a highly effective guidance procedure for dealing with negative attention-seeking behavior, hurtful behavior, and the general whining and fussing that kids do to wear us down. It does what every good guidance procedure should do. It stops misbehavior without injuring feelings or bodies. It should be done with a regular amount of time, approximately a minute per year of age, and I don't recommend beginning in most cases before age 3. Timeout should always be done with a timer. Timers do not argue, bargain, or negotiate. They never lie. They always speak the truth to kids. So I recommend that parents always use timers and use it in a systematic and consistent manner.
In my opinion, this might sound kind of radical, but I just don't think timeouts are ever needed. Children deeply need to know that they're safe and secure with us. And they also need to know that we are what I call the captain of the ship in their lives. When we send them away because they're misbehaving, we're sort of saying, I can only accept the good part of you, the manageable part of you. And when you become or demonstrate that other side, Jung called it the shadow side, I can't deal with that. It doesn't mean, by the way, that you can't take a time out. You as the parent can always say, honey, I'm going to go call Aunt Mary, or I'm going to go take a shower now, and you can leave and absent yourself. But sending a child to a room far away from the others, closing the door, shunning them essentially is in my opinion, never appropriate.
Timeout can be a really effective parenting tool if it's used correctly. But if it's used incorrectly, it is not a very useful tool at all, and it can actually be harmful. If you have to remove your child, if you have to put them out somewhere, you've got to make sure that you always give your kids something to comfort themselves that reminds them of you. Something that reminds them that you are going to return and you will be back. If a child is older and you put them in a timeout, you say, hey, go to your room and I want you to think about it. Make sure that you tell them what they can do. Tell them to put on their favorite song and sing to that song, and tell them when you're in there, you're going to feel better. You're going to change your mood. Or have them kick a beanbag chair. Have them scribble on a piece of paper. Have your child move. Because music and movement are the two best ways to change our behavior and change the mood that actually caused the behavior. So if you don't have your child have some coping skills with them when they're in that out part of the timeout, then it can do a lot of harm to your child. It can just make your child feel bad about themselves, and it won't change behavior whatsoever.
Still have questions about timeout? Get up-to-date answers at parentsask.com, because raising kids raises questions.